Chapter 2, Natural Resources, Land, Soil and Water. Welcome children. In the previous class we have already discussed about the land resources, and now I will summarize all the points of our previous classes, and then I will start new topic. So in the previous class we have already learned that Earth is a unique planet in the solar system, and life is possible on the Earth only because of the four spheres. These spheres are lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere. See, lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and the biosphere. Lithosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere. Now see, about Earth's surface is divided into two parts, the land and the water. So land covers about the 30% of the total area of the earth, and the water about 70% of the total surface. Now let's learn about the land resource. So land is the most important natural resource upon which all human activity is based. Now let's see briefly the uses of land. Land is useful. See the uses of land. The use of lands are for growing crops, building houses, constructing roads and railway track, then establishing industries, grazing animal, mining, etc. These are the uses of land. So in short, almost all human activities related to food, shelter, clothing takes place on the land. Now let's revise land use pattern. Land use pattern, the simple meaning is the use of land for various purpose. So the land is used for various purpose such as cultivation of crops, building of houses, construction of roads and railway, grazing of animal, etc. This is commonly known as land use pattern. Now let's see the factor influencing the utilization of land. These are the two factors, physical factor and human factor. Physical factor such as relief, soil, climate and minerals, and the human factor which affect the utilization of land. These are density of population, technological and social requirement of people, culture and traditions. So these are the two factors which influence the utilization of land. Now why it is a study to study the land use pattern? So the study of land use pattern is important for the economic planning of a nation. It helps in assessing the shortcoming in the land utilization. So the countries decide the land use according to the development goal and availability of natural resources. And if the soil cover is shallow and lacks fertility, agriculture production will be less. So we can say that the fertility of the soil is essential for agriculture. So a thick layer of fertile soil is very important for the growth of plants. So for the fertile soil is very important for agriculture, and it helps in maintaining the food security of the world. Now see next importance of the soil. Indirectly, animals also depend upon the soil, as soil gives nutrition to the plant and the animal eats the plant. Indirectly, animal also depend upon the soil, as the soil gives nutrition to the plant. So the animal depends on the soil to satisfy their basic needs, as the soil gives nutrition to the plant. Then the soil gives shelter to the insect and animal like rat, snake, ant. So soil gives shelter to these insects. Soil is also used for making brick and pottery. So these are the importance of soil. See again, importance of soil. First of all, the soil is most important for the agriculture. Soil is immense value to the farmer. Agriculture production is mainly dependent upon the fertility of soil. A thick layer of fertile soil is very important for the growth of plants. Indirectly, animal also depends upon the soil, as soil gives nutrition to the plant and it gives shelter to the insect and animal like rats, snakes and etc. Soil is also used for making brick and pottery. That is why about 90% of the world's population lives in the plain area of alluvial soil of the tropical and subtropical areas. Why? Because the soil there is fertile. So these are the area of intensive crop cultivation with high yield, and these support dense population. The dense population is there. Why? Because the soil is fertile, and fertile soil favors agriculture, and agriculture provides livelihood to the people and also provides food to the people. Now let's see the factors affecting the formation of soil. So these factors are parent rock, topography, climate, vegetation cover, time. So the factor affecting the soil formation are parent rock, topography, climate, vegetation cover, time. So soil formation is influenced by these 5 factors, and these factors are parent rock, the topography, the climate, vegetation cover and time. So let's study each of them. First of all, see topography. You know the soil is formed by weathering of rock. So how the parent rock affect the formation of soil? Parent rock means the original rock from which the soil is formed by the process of weathering. That is known as parent rock, means the original rock from which the soil is formed. This is called parent rock. For example, the black soil. The black soil is derived from the lava rock. You know the name of that lava rock? This is basalt. The name of the lava rock is basalt. So black soil is formed due to weathering of the basalt rock. So parent rock is the original rock from which the soil is formed. The next one is topography. The topographical variations such as mountain, plateau, plain affect the thickness of soil cover. Here topographical variation means landform variation. So the landform variation like mountain, plateau, plain affects the thickness of soil cover. In mountainous area, on the steep slope, the top layer of the soil is shallow and thin. The area where the slope is steep, the top layer of the soil is shallow and thin, and in the other hand, the area where the slope are gentle, the soil cover is thick and deep. See how this happens. Suppose it is the hilly area and it is plain area, then what will happen? In the hilly area, suppose soil is formed over here, then what will happen? It will be erode. Suppose soil is formed over here, then what will happen? It will be eroded and it will be slip down and settle here in the plain area. So in the hilly area, the thickness, the soil is thin. The layer of soil will be thin, and in the plain area, the layer of the soil will be thick, because the soil eroding from here comes down and settled on the plain. So in the hilly area, in the mountain area, the layer of the soil will be thin, and in the plain area, the layer of the soil will be thick. So just see again, in the mountainous region, what happened? On the steep slope, the slope is steep here. So the top layer of the soil is shallow and thin. And here in the gentle slope, where the slope is too much less, at the gentle slope, the soil cover is thick and deep. So the soil cover is always thick in the plain. This is the plain area and the soil cover is always thick here, and in the mountain area, in the hilly area, the soil cover is always thin. Now, for example, I can give example like in the northern plain of India, the soil cover is thick as compared to the in the northern plain of India, we have a thick soil cover as compared to the Himalaya. That's why it support agriculture activity. The northern plain support agriculture activity because soil there is thick and fertile. Even within the mountain, the river valley have thick soil cover. The next important factor is climate. Climate, the element of climates are temperature and rainfall, and the climate affect the soil formation. In the area of high rainfall and extreme temperature, the rock are easily weathered. The area where there is high rainfall and where there is high temperature, the rock are easily weathered. How? For example, in Rajasthan, due to extreme difference in day and night temperature, in Rajasthan the day temperature rises up to 50 degrees Celsius, and in the same night it drops down to 15 degrees Celsius. So the rock expand and contrast. In the daytime, due to high temperature, the rock expand, and during the night it will contrast, which result in the due to this the rock will become weak and it will be disintegrated into pieces and the soil will be formed. And in the region of heavy rainfall also, the soluble rock material easily get dissolved and washed by the running water. Suppose this is a piece of rock and it has some soluble material. Then what will happen due to heavy rain? This soluble material, it will be washed off. It will be dissolved and washed away by the running water. Then what will happen? See, the rock will be disintegrated into pieces and then the soil will be formed. So you see, the climate affect the formation of soil. The climate factor like temperature and rainfall affect the formation of soil. In the area of high rainfall, extreme temperature, the rock are easily weathered. For example, in Rajasthan, due to extreme difference in the day and night temperature, the rock expand and contrast, and as a result, it result in the quick formation of soil. The next topic is vegetation cover. Here what happened? At the time the plant grow in the crack of rock. So here what happened? At the time the plant grow in the crack of a rock. With the time, the root of this plant start penetrating into the crack of the rock and make them wider. The roots will get penetrated into the what happened? At the time the plant grow in the crack of a existing rock, and with the time the root of these plant start penetrating in the crack and make them wider. It will start, the root start penetrating in the crack of the rock, and the rock will expand. Then what will happen? As a result of the crack, disintegrated into small pieces and helps in the soil formation. I am repeating. At the time the plant grow in the crack. At the time the plant grow in the crack existing in a rock. With the time, root of the plant start penetrating in the crack and make them wider. It will make the crack wider. Then what will happen? As a result, the crack disintegrates into a small piece. The rock will disintegrate into piece, and then the soil will be formed. And the remains of the dead or the decomposed plant provide humus to the soil. which enriches the fertility of the soil, and the soil the soil of densely forest area is generally very rich in humus content. The next one is time. The time gives maturity to the soil. The soil is a renewable resource, but it takes 1,000 of years to develop a thin layer of soil. For example, in the Nile delta, the delta formed by Ganga Brahmaputra Delta river have been very deep and fertile soil. So, time gives maturity to the soil, and as the soil is renewable resources, but it takes 1,000 of years to develop a very thin layer of soil. So see the factors affecting the soil formation. First is parent rock. Parent rock is the original rock from which the soil is formed by the process of weathering. For example, black soil is formed from the basalt rock. Then is topography. In the mountain region, on the steep slope, the top layer of the soil is shallow and thin, while in the gentle slope, in the plain areas, the layer of soil is thick. The next one is climate. The climatic factor like temperature, rainfall affects the soil formation. In the areas of high rainfall, extreme temperature, rocks are easily weathered and soil forms. The next is vegetation cover. The plant grows in the crack in a rock. By the time the root of this plant start penetrating in the crack and make them white. As a result, the crack disintegrate into small pieces and the soil forms, and the remain of dead and decomposed plant provides humus to the soil. Next one is time. Time gives maturity to the soil. It takes thousands of years to develop a thin layer of soil on the earth's surface.